Living Local Carolina with Katie Turner. Local trends, shopping, dining, and more. This is Living Local Carolina.
This story is sponsored by Morris Law, LLC.
I always wanted to help people. I wanted to do something that would help folks make the choices that affected their everyday life. The main goal of Morris Law is to help people get their life back after an accident.
Typically our clients are going through one of the worst times of their life. They've been injured through no fault of their own, through someone's negligence or carelessness. They're often hurting physically, hurting financially.
Just because you hire a lawyer or just because you have health insurance doesn't mean that you won't get medical bills associated with your accident. Why do I owe $4,000 to the hospital when my health insurance should have paid? How does it work with the hospital and all of these injuries and how much time they have to spend in the hospital? You have to tell them that everything is going to be okay, regardless of what happens with this ambulance bill, regardless of what happens with this hospital bill. It's all going to work out. As an attorney, you're not going to let those medical providers take all of their settlement money. You negotiate that for them. You're still going to get money in your pocket for your injuries. After an accident, one of the biggest problems clients face is getting the health care they need.
We want your entire focus to be on getting better. We want to take over not only the heavy lifting, but all the technical issues of trying to push your claims through. If it ends up in trial, making sure that all of that is taken care of so you can continue to focus on your treatment.
We have attorneys that I knew for the whole time I've been practicing law. Ian was my first friend as an attorney when I started practicing. Lee and I went to law school together. We really are all friends outside of this practice. We meet with our clients together, we try cases together, and so we are a small-knit group and we know our clients.
I was test driving a car and I'm coming up to the light and there's a car coming across over to another road. She didn't see me, I didn't see her, and we kind of collided. I was in a lot of pain. I couldn't really do anything. Bills was piling up. I didn't know what was going to happen. The girl of the car, she didn't have no insurance. She didn't have a license. I knew right away that I needed an attorney. Company that I was going to buy the car from, he referred me to Jeff. I called him and said, hey, I was in an accident. Can you help me out? He told me that I was in good hands. I wouldn't have to worry about anything. And they kept in touch with me on everything. I never had to contact them, email them, call them, or anything. And I loved them for that. I felt like they were my family when I went there. They really showed me love.
What makes the Morris Law Firm unique is the collaboration that we have between our attorneys and our staff here. Jeff, Ian, and I are a team. We're bringing the big law firm feel to a small law firm.
You know, some clients will go to other firms and they only talk to paralegals, they only talk to staff. They've never once talked to an attorney. Our policy is that you're going to talk to an attorney on day one. Morris, his background comes with a strong drive. He understands the medical part more than anybody at this firm. Besides the attorneys, our staff is key. We design our firm so that each of the staff member has the same experience as we do.
At Morris Law, all 3 attorneys go on every file. Every attorney will be involved in your case, and if your case goes to trial, you will get every attorney at Morris Law at that trial.
Here at Morris Law, we want to get you more. We want to get you more in terms of service. We want to get you more in terms of legal representation. We want to get you more in terms of your case value.
At Morris Law, we can't undo what happened, but we can help you get past it. We are going to help you.
This story is sponsored by Morris Law, LLC.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
This segment is sponsored by Caraloha Bamboo.
Well, today I am hanging out with Clay at Caraloha. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Ready for the fall and all the big things coming up.
We got some stuff to talk about when it comes to staying warm and also staying a little cool too.
That's right.
If you're a hot sleeper, you might want to listen up.
Yeah.
What is Caraloha all about?
Caraloha is all about bamboo. The name Caraloha is actually a mashup of Caribbean and Aloha, because our first stores are in the Caribbean and Hawaii. Our product line is all bamboo. The bedding is where we started, and that's still our key product. Soft, cool, clean bamboo sheets. We also now sell mattresses. We sell memory foam pillows. We have a full line of blankets, comforters, duvets. We have towels to keep your bathroom soft and clean, everything very cozy. And then back here in the back store, we have a lot of clothing. Our focus is on footwear. We introduced baby this year, and underwear and socks. Everything for your comfort. It's all about comfort.
I would describe it as if you want to bring the spa home, you want that spa feel. I mean, you guys have the robes, you've got just come by and touch one of these towels and you'll know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, everything about bamboo. Bamboo as a fabric is thermal regulating. That means in the winter, it's gonna keep you warmer. In the summer, it keeps you cooler. So it's not a one-time thing. It also is antibacterial, antifungal, so it keeps out odors. And then our towels, say if you used a towel for one shower, say I'm gonna use it again for the next shower. I'm gonna use it again tomorrow. It's not gonna get a musty smell because there's antibacterial.
It's amazing.
It's an amazing product, it really is.
I love it.
Yeah.
But you guys also love to be involved in the community as well.
Yeah, last year we got involved with TV13 and the Talking Trash program because our product, being bamboo, is totally green, totally sustainable, totally recyclable. And we had the great time with the kids. Those ladies from the Solid Waste Authority are firecrackers and know how to get kids motivated, and we like to be a part of something like that.
All right, if somebody watching right now wants to come by, you've got this location here at Broadway and also at Barefoot Landing.
Barefoot Landing, close to Ron John's at Barefoot, and here we're close to the Paula Deans.
Well, today I am at Coastal Comics with the owner, Drew Johnson. How are you?
Good, how are you doing today?
I'm doing awesome. We got so much to talk about. I mean, let's get to the elephant in the room here. You're a comic guy.
A little bit, you know, you might say that. I started collecting when I was about 8. Did it my whole life, and it's kind of spiraled into having my own store the last 10 years.
And you have pretty much a little something for everyone.
Yeah, we've got old stuff, new stuff, action figures, posters, little gaming, you name it, we probably got it. If not, I'll get it for you.
I love that. So you actually brought some examples of some pretty rare comics that you have as well.
Yeah, I thought I'd bring a few things to show that you don't walk into a store and see on a daily basis, so I thought that might be a treat for everyone.
So walk me through, we were talking about this earlier, that these are in cases because they've been graded?
Yeah, that's the big trend in comics the last few years, getting your more valuable or more rare comics graded. It helps a lot of things, it helps preserve the comics. You and a potential buyer know exactly what you have in the comic as far as the grade and condition. Just helps everybody all the way around, and they look really cool in the case.
They do, of course. But what constitutes something being graded well? Is it the condition? Is it how old it is?
It's all about condition. Most collectibles, whether it be toys, video games, a lot of those are now being graded as well. It's about condition. So it used to be having the particular comic was, oh, I have the comic. Now it's having the comic in the perfect grade or a very high grade. This is an example of first appearance of Captain America in Marvel Comics, signed by Stan Lee. This one is from 1964. It's graded 7.0, which is pretty high for a book that's, you know, pushing 60, 70 years old. So that's why you get them graded, because not only do they look nice, they display well, and they will no longer deteriorate.
And you were saying the new comics come out on Wednesdays?
Every Wednesday's new release day, so that's probably our busiest day. People want to see what's out that week. There's always a new first appearance. There's always a hot comic everybody's looking for.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
This story is sponsored by Belfour Property Restoration. Well, thanks so much for joining us today again on Living Local Carolina. Today I'm in the studio joined by Wynn. How are you doing, Wynn?
Doing amazing. Why would I choose otherwise?
Oh, I love that, love that. Now, you've got a story to tell, Wynn.
Yes.
You were able to use Belfour Property Restoration to help you out of a pretty precarious situation.
Absolutely. I was outside talking to a neighbor of mine, and when I returned into the house, my son came up to me at the door and he said, "Mom, it's raining in the hallway."
Something you don't want to hear.
You do not want to hear those words. I said, "Raining in the hallway, what do you mean?" Sure enough, I went into our hallway and there was water just coming down through the ceiling of the hallway, into the hall, into the bedroom, into my office. It was not a fun afternoon.
No, not at all. But thankfully you were able to call Belfour Property Restoration.
Yes,
we
ma'am.
love Belfour, but how was that process for you?
It was wonderful. I picked up the phone, gave a call. They came out immediately, checked out what was causing it, and got everything to stop. That was number one priority. And then walked me through what was going to happen next, including having to lift carpets and dry things out, looking at the floor. But peace of mind from moment one. I mean, when they showed up at the door, I was like, okay, they're in charge, they know what they're doing, and I just took a big sigh of relief. It was good.
Yeah. It takes kind of the burden off of you.
Absolutely, because we were in panic.
I can imagine why.
Water tends to run, and so as it hit the floor, I mean, it just was just running, and you could see it beginning to just buckle pieces of the flooring, and I thought, will it ever stop? Because it's going underneath it, but you could tell where it was headed. So it was very frightening for us, but they didn't bat an eye at it.
Of course.
They just knew.
So once they were actually to get the water to stop running, what happened after that? Because you had got to get that dried out as soon as possible.
Yeah. So like I say, on the first day, they brought in the drying equipment and pulled up as much of carpet as was needed to be pulled up. They didn't have to pull it all out. So it was just kind of lifting it, being able to dry underneath it. And then I think within another day, they were there actually taking out the floor. We had some glue down hardwoods. We also had some vinyl plank in there, and they were just in moving furniture, moving stuff out. They got us really clean so that we could live while we were picking out what we wanted. Hey, take advantage of it. It's an upgrade, So we were able to then visit the showroom and sit down with folks there and talk about what we wanted, what would look good, get it ordered. It came in without a problem, which was amazing. And then they were back on time, scheduled, told us when they'd be there, kept us updated on the ordering and when things would show up. And I think that was the best for us, because just as we would start worrying, what about, have they, is this, then we would get a phone call or an email communication, and we were like, oh, okay, they got it. You know?
Taken care of.
Exactly.
Signed, sealed, delivered.
Yes.
That's awesome. Now, tell me, how do you feel from the day that you had the incident happen, all that rain in your home, versus how you feel now?
Oh my gosh, well, we just love them because everything settled right back out. What was moved out of the way was moved right back where it belonged. It was just carefree. And of course, now we love our floors. Oh my gosh, everybody who comes over, I love your floors, where'd you get them done? I said, well, I don't recommend a rainstorm in your house, but I do recommend Belfour.
Love it.
I'll tell you what I thought about. Belfour looks like big business. And in our home, our leak, that was big business to us. But we knew Our big business was really little business. But you know what? They made us feel like our little business was their most important piece of business. And I wouldn't trade that for the world.
Don't forget to like our page on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and Twitter. How to use the QR code. Just open the camera app on your smartphone, iPad, or tablet. Point your device at the QR code so the QR code appears on your screen. Your device will recognize the QR code and show you a notification. Click that notification and you'll come to our website. Living Local Carolina, weekday mornings at 9:30 on WBTW News 13.